Hey guys, today I have a book haul which I'm really excited about. First I want to give you a couple of updates. The first thing I want to tell you is that I recently posted a review on The Truth About Forever by Dessen. So if you haven't seen that yet, I'm going to leave the link in the bottom bar. Next, I recently found out that my canvas that I showed you guys a while back of the girl with the big eyes and the flowers, I submitted it for a competition and it was accepted, and right now it's being viewed at a theater in a sort of a gallery. And I will find out next week if I win any awards within my category. So I'm really excited about that. I just thought I'd let you guys know because it's definitely one of the bigger things that's been going on sort of in my art life right now. I'm going to start off this haul with a really exciting book. It is The City of Fallen Angels by Cassandra Clare. Oh my god, I was so excited to finally get this. I've been waiting so long. So yeah, this is the fourth book in the Mortal Instruments series, which you guys probably already know. This is definitely my top favorite series, tied with The Hunger Games. So this is probably the most anticipated release of like forever. And if you didn't know, that this book actually comes with a letter that Jace wrote to Clary. It's a letter like this. The next book I got is The Gathering by Kelly Armstrong. And this was an amazing book. I really did love it. I was so excited to read this because I loved Kelly Armstrong's The Darkest Powers series. So I had really high expectations going into this because the synopsis sounds so great. But it did not disappoint. 16-year-old Maya is just an ordinary teen in an ordinary town. Sure, she doesn't know much about her background. The only clue she has to go on is an odd paw print birthmark on her hip. But she never had put much thought into who her real parents were or how she ended up with her adopted family in this tiny medical research community on Vancouver Island. Strange things have been happening in her claustrophobic town, from the mountain lions that have been approaching Maya to her best friend's hidden talent for feeling out people in situations to the sexy new bad boy who makes Maya feel different. Combine that with a few unexplained deaths and a mystery involving Maya's biological parents, and it's easy to suspect that this town might have more than its share of skeletons in the closet. You don't have to read the Darkest Powers trilogy to read the Darkness Rising trilogy. This has nothing to do with it at all. The next book I got is We'll Always Have Summer by Jenny Han. I finished this last night, and I was super happy by the way that Jenny Han concluded this series. I'm very sad to see that this series is done, and I'm gonna miss the characters so much. And I was so like excited and scared for the ending because I wanted it to be concluded the way that I've been hoping for. The first one is called The Summer I Turned Pretty, and the second one is called It's Not Summer Without You, and this is We'll Always Have Summer. The next book I got is Defiance by Lily St. Croix, and this is the fourth book in the Strange Angels series. I still have to read the third book. I started it, but then I never finished it for some reason, so I'm going to read that soon. And this cover is really cool. It's really shiny, and be careful because it's weird. I went to the bookstore and a lot of them had scratches on them, so if you easily graze your nail on this, then it's going to scratch it really badly. Yeah, see, there's already a scratch on this. Darn it! Anyway, this is a great series full of action and thrill and suspense. Please check it out. It's great, it's exciting, and the main character, who is Drew, is really likable, and she's kind of like a kick-butt female heroine. The next book I got is Plague by Michael Grant. It's pretty much surrounds the plot where all the adults disappear in the matter of seconds. Cops, teachers, doctors, all of these adults are gone, so it's pretty much this world left with all these young kids going up to the age of 14. The next book I got is Wither by Lauren DiStefano, and I finished this 2 weeks ago, I think, around a week ago, and I loved it. I really loved it. This is a 2011 YA debut. The world is fantastic. All these elements come together, and Lauren DiStefano creates this really mesmerizing world. Thanks to modern science, every newborn has become a ticking genetic time bomb. Males only live to the age of 25, and females only live to the age of 20. In this bleak landscape, young girls are kidnapped and forced into polygamous marriages to keep the population from dying out. When 16-year-old Ryan Ellery is taken back to the Gatherers to become a bride, she enters a world of wealth and privilege. Despite her husband Lyndon's genuine love for her and a tenuous trust for her sister wives, Ryan has only one purpose: to escape, to find her twin brother and go home. But Ryan has more to contend with than losing her freedom. Lyndon's eccentric father is bent on finding an antidote to the genetic virus that is getting closer to taking his son, even if it means collecting corpses in order to test his experiments. With the help of Gabriel, a servant she is growing dangerously attracted to, Ryan attempts to break free in the limited time she has left. I've never read anything like this before, ever, and it's just one of those things you have to read to experience. I think it's definitely a must-read for 2011. The next book I got is Aeon by Alison Goodman, and I heard some great things about this. I'm super excited to read this. It looks amazing. For years, Aeon's life has been focused on magical study and sword work, with one goal, that he be chosen as a Dragon Eye, an apprentice of one of the 12 energy dragons of good fortune. But Aeon has a dangerous secret. He is actually Iona, a 16-year-old girl who has been masquerading as a 12-year-old boy. Females are forbidden to use dragon magic. The penalty is death. When Iona's secret threatens to come to light, she and her allies are plunged into grave danger in a struggle for the imperial throne. Iona must find the strength and inner power to battle those who want to take her magic and her life. The next book I got is Born at Midnight by C.C. Hunter. This is a YA debut of 2011, and I am excited to read this because it involves all these supernatural elements. One night, Kylie Galen finds herself at the wrong party with the wrong people, and it changes her life forever. Her mother ships her off to Shadow Falls, a camp for troubled teens, and within hours of arriving, it becomes painfully clear that her fellow campers aren't just troubled. Here at Shadow Falls, vampires, werewolves, shapeshifters, witches, and fairies train side by side, learning to harness their powers, control their magic, and live in a normal world. Kylie's never felt normal, but surely she doesn't belong here with a bunch of paranormal freaks, either, or does she? They insist Kylie is one of them, and that she was brought here for a reason. As if life wasn't complicated enough, enter Derek and Lucas. Derek's a half-fae who's determined to be her boyfriend, and Lucas is a smoking hot werewolf with whom Kylie shares a secret past. Derek and Lucas couldn't be more different, but they both have a powerful hold on her heart. Even though Kylie feels deeply uncertain about everything, one thing is becoming painfully clear. Shadow Falls is exactly where she belongs. The next book I got is Royally Crushed by Nikki Burnham, and this is a series of 3 books that is put into one bind-up. I was really attracted to the cover because it's really adorable. It's a girl with a frog. And then when I read the back of the book, I thought it would be a really cute read. When Valerie's parents split up and she has to move to a tiny European country called Schwerenborg? I don't know how to pronounce that. She's pretty sure her life is over. That is until she meets George. He's smart, sweet, and unbelievably cute. And even better, he's a prince. But with George under so much pressure and the press watching their every move, Valerie soon discovers dating a prince is not exactly the happily ever after she'd been hoping for. But George has swept her off her feet, and Valerie's not ready to give up on her prince just yet. The next book I got is Falling Under by Gwen Hayes, and this is a 2011 YA debut. While it sounds a little cliche, I hope it turns out to be more than what it says on the back. Thea Alderson has always led a sheltered life, not allowed the same freedoms as the rest of the teenagers in the small California town of Serendipity Falls. But when a devastatingly handsome boy appears in the halls of her school, she feels every urge she's ever denied burning through her at the slightest glance from Hayden Black. Thea knows she's seen Aiden before, not around town, but in her dreams. Thea doesn't understand how she dreamed of Hayden before they ever met. My dog interrupted. She wants to say hi. Sasha, say hi. Say hi. Say hi. But every night has them joined in a haunting world of eerie fantasy, and as the Aiden of both the night and the day beckons her forward one moment and pushes her away the next, the only thing Thea knows for sure is that the incredible pull she feels toward him is stronger than her fear. And as she slowly discovers what Hayden truly is, Thea is not sure whether she wants to resist him, even if the cost is her soul. Woo. These next 2 books were on sale, so I got them for $4 each. And the first one is called Sight by Adrienne Maria Veredos, and it looks like this. And the second one is called Dusk by Susan Gates. This one kind of reminds me of The Angel Experiment by James Patterson, so I was thrilled to come across this, and I'm going to let you know what this one is about first. Dusk is the product of a bizarre military experiment gone wrong. A girl whose DNA was fused with hawk genes as a test for giving soldiers night vision. All her life she has lived in a government laboratory, hovering somewhere between human and beast. When the lab burns down, Dusk escapes to a nearby ghost town along with the other survivors. Then a teenage boy stumbles into town. Will Dusk follow her human instincts to save him from the animal predators, or will the hawk in her see an easy prey? 15-year-old Dylan has horrific visions of the last moments of a child's life, a child who has been abducted, kidnapped, or worse. Dylan gives the police valuable clues that help them find the children's bodies, but she keeps the most personal information about these young victims to herself. Dylan has become used to withholding her sight abilities, even from her best friend, Pilar, but the weight of the secret is becoming almost more than she can bear. When Kate moves into Dylan's mountain town, enthusiastic and friendly, Kate seems genuinely interested in Dylan, who begins to reveal a bit about herself. But is Kate all that she seems to be? It's not entirely clear, and it takes the disappearance of Pilar's little sister to finally open Dylan's eyes. In a race against time to save a life, in desperate focus on her abilities so that she herself can survive, Dylan is forced to see more clearly than she has ever seen before. A couple weeks ago, I won 2 books from Goodreads, so I'm going to show you guys what those books are. The first book I won ever, this is like the first time I've won anything, I won The Prophecy by Alison O'Neill Hess, and she gave me a bookmark, like little business card thingies, like little cards, and then she also signed the book up there. Lucy only has 4 days to determine who she can trust and who is about to betray her. Confused by visions of herself in danger, Lucy must decide between Richard, a boy with a dark and complicated past, and John, her best friend whose own past is intricately entwined with hers. A showdown with Hecate, a goddess with motives of her own, forces Lucy to choose between the consequences of saving the man who wants to destroy her and doing what she believes is right. The second book I won is A Sword in Her Hand by Jean-Claude Van Rijkikogen, I don't know how to say that, that's really hard, and Pat Van Beers. And she inserted a little card saying congratulations, hope you enjoy the book. And yeah, so that was really exciting. This book sounds great. The year is 1347, and the great domain of Flanders lies in the fierce grip of a long, hard winter. The Count waits eagerly for his son to be born, his heir, but when the baby finally arrives, the Count storms out in rage. So begins the life of Margaret, the Count's unwanted, headstrong, sharp-tongued, sword-wielding daughter. Margaret grows up under the father's disapproving eye and is forced to compete in the cruel male world of the Middle Ages. She shakes off the strict expectations of the court life and roams free, riding horses, fencing, and outwitting the boys. But the Count of Flanders has plans for his wayward daughter. Will Margaret be able to resist the combined pressure of politics, power, and a foreign prince? So yeah, that was all the books I got. I hope you guys enjoyed. It was exciting because I won 2 books recently, and then I got all these like sequels and installments and series. So yeah, I was super thrilled to do this video for you guys. Hope you guys enjoyed, and if you have any more questions about these books, just let me know. Thank you for watching. Thank you to all my new subscribers. I recently reached 700 subscribers, which is amazing, and thank you to everyone who has subscribed. I really, really appreciate it, and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye.